Welcome to the channel, everybody. I'm William Curl, and this is my garage. And in my garage is my 1999 Chevy Crew Cab K2500. Now, these things are kind of hard to come by where I'm at, and I've been looking for one. I had been looking for one for quite a while. Anyways, I got one, and then the motor blew up. An old 350 over there. Shit the bed. Blew a head gasket or cracked a head or something. It's blew a coolant out between the head and the block, and it's got 300,000 miles on the clock up there, and I didn't think it was worth it. So, we're going to shoehorn this 1991 12 valve Cummins into it. V pump monstrosity. We're going from 255 horsepower and like 340 foot-pounds of torque to 160 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque. That almost makes sense if you don't add in the weight factor. This thing's like 1,200 pounds, that thing's like 500 pounds. Whatever. It'll be better eventually. So, to show you what we've got going on here, the 12 valve, I didn't know anything. This is the second diesel I've ever laid my hands on. I didn't really know much about it. I found one a couple hours away, picked it up. He didn't overran. There was no backing plate on it, so we couldn't start it. I didn't overran. I got it home, got my adapter plate to go to my GM 4L80E, started it in the back of my truck. It ran, so I tore it down. It's got new head gasket, all new gaskets and seals all over the place. It's got a Keating machine, billet aluminum tappet cover on the other side. That kind of hurt to spend that much money on it until I got it, seeing how shiny it was. But anyways, what we've got going on, the next step is to remove all the bracing in the engine bay, basically. Well, not all of it, a lot of it. I don't know if it's really that important. We got to get rid of this V-shaped, U-shaped thing, chop that out. We got to cut off some of the old motor mounts and take a little hammer and tap that firewall up, lip it over, just to make some more room for the bell housing bolts. And to try to avoid that problem completely, we're going to mount the transmission to the engine before we put it in the truck, so I don't have to fit my gangly little fingers back there and try to tighten them up, and the bolts will probably rattle loose later anyway, and so I'll have to deal with that. So we'll put some Loctite on there and ram her together beforehand to try to avoid that from happening. So, what we've got here are conversion mounts from Adventure Vehicles Northwest, or Jonesy's Restorations. I think they're together. I think it's Restorations. Anyways, they go from the GM side of things to the Cummins side of things, and just squish it all together and hold it together, and make sure all them 400 foot-pounds of tire burning torque don't go flying away out of my engine bay. So we got to do a little chop and snip into the wiring. That old Cummins don't need anything. It needs a starter wire and fuel lines and whatnot to run. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Anyways, we got to shove the transmission back 2 3/4 inches to make it fit with the mechanical fan. I think it's 2 1/2, 3, 2 3/4, something similar. But here's the rest of the old truck. If you notice, it doesn't fit in my garage all the way, especially not with 2 motors and 2 dirt bikes and all the junk I got in here. But we're working with what we got. So, transmission is getting a torque converter from Monster Transmissions. It's a 4L80E diesel converter. So we're kind of waiting on that before we can go forward with a whole lot, because I want to mate them together. But you know, we get a little bit of this stuff, you know, chopped up and cleaned up and whatnot, and we'll be able to shoehorn it in there. Should fit like factory, hopefully. And being honest with you, this is a major learning curve for me. I haven't done much diesel stuff at all, and especially putting it into a gas truck is a little bit different for me. There's a whole bunch of videos and all sorts of stuff out there. I mean, I figured if they can do it, I can do it. Hopefully. Hopefully, right? But I hope I can help somebody else out. I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I hope you guys stick around for the rest. And yeah, we'll drop some videos of her running on the floor, and hope you enjoy. This is it. If the battery isn't dead, this is it. This one's gonna work. Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you for watching the video, and if you have any suggestions or ideas or anything, put it down there in the comments. Just let me know. I'll read them. Anyways, God bless. Take care.